Ladies and gentlemen, the babyface demon, I decided to take off my mustache for some stupid reason. I look like I'm 5 years old now, but we are back with the Cross League lower bracket finals. Today we're going to be seeing the MG Minions on my left side versus the Entropy team. The big Entropy. And without further ado, let's get started into the match and let these guys get their bans done. Let's just take a look at the map that's going to be ahead of us for the day. Little cinematic for you does get that mood set for you guys, but without further ado, let us get all of this out of your way and we go straight into the match. We're going to have the first ban being Blackbeard, which is no surprise considering of how broken he's been recently. He's been absolutely annoying for today, but without further ado, without talking about our bans, let's just take a look at the maps that are going to be ahead of us for the day. We're going to be seeing Clubhouse as our second map and Nighthaven Labs as our decider if we do get to that point. But let's just take a look at the bans actually. Bank, Lair, Cafe, Chalet as your first four. Layers that are also very big in size except for, you know, the exception Chalet, but maps that really need that top tier coordination to be able to hit those shots and make your way into sight. Border and Skyscraper being your next bans are the smaller maps indeed, which seems like there was like an order to be able to get it done. Constant Clubhouse, the two most practiced maps in Pro League, alongside with Nighthaven, the newer brother of them, but still one of the most beloved maps despite being so new. But that is our map lineup for today. I do think we are in for a great series. We've seen these teams, I've seen these teams when I've went to cast them on leagues such as the Elite Console Series ECS or the ESA Cup. Should be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game, and let's get it done. If you guys are just joining us, you guys do have ad-free viewing during the games itself. You will have ads in between matches and during the pre-roll. Our first round, ladies and gents, is underway. Let us get it going. Hello, there we go. Let's just focus on this room setup, considering it's probably the most ironic or controversial setup. I'd like to say controversial is a better word. This triple wall is always either held so well or so poorly. Are they going to reinforce the hatch, or are they going to pop it to be able to get that angle onto the bottom floor Visa? So it really just depends. Seems like they're not going to do either. They're just going to keep the hatch soft in general. It's going to be there for the contingency. Doesn't seem to be anybody to be playing too close, but Frost will put a Frost mat close on this desk if anybody does make and dare to make the mistake of just hopping onto it without checking or droning their corners out. Seems to be nobody's going to yellow, and they're all starting to concentrate back on this admin take. Deimos has already made his way in, so it is probably for the benefit that they didn't go in through. But the first pick, we're only 40 seconds into the round, and Rise, who else gets headshots? Doc misses his first stim. Hatchy. Can't be doing that, buddy. But gets the Goyo like nothing ever happened. But might be able to shoot off these aces if he can impact trick it, but will piss off indeed because he does not want to get his head chopped off. 1 minute into the round, the attackers are already down a body off of that early engagement, and you've lost a person with 3 death marks in the pocket, and it is not too well for these guys. Droning in through admin. I'm pretty sure they missed drone completely that Frost mat. I'm telling you, somebody late round is going to eat that. We already have Interlude moving very heavily into the site. This seems very aggressive and very direct with their engagements, but that's not going to work out well in the long run on maps such as Consulate, Clubhouse, and Nighthaven. If we do get to that map, it's not going to be looking too great for them, and hopefully it's going to pick up a little bit from here on out. You have a Flores use 3 Roteros, 2 of it connected, 1 with the longest to make sure nobody can run around behind it. And they have had 1 fly-in, but it actually did get jammed out in the end. So, not looking the best, but it is already a very engaging round. I've never seen so many gunfights go on at once. Spiniolo does get flashed by his own teammate. Warden lands a shot onto Interlude, but gets traded out instantly. But who else but Rise to refrag the guy on top? Spiral gets his 3rd. It's a 1v3, and it's already not looking too well. Baits out the air job, looking for it. Did he get it? No, he didn't. 2 impacts for no reason. He's on 3. Can he find the 4? He's just sitting in the corner of admin, waiting for somebody to peek him out from break. Doc has a pixel. It'll be Twinkle Toes. It'll be who can one tap who. It'll always wonder who will be able to take him out. 28 seconds left on the clock, and Flores has a world of challenges to overcome. You can't even get past the first round over, and it is 1-0 to Entropy. That early engagement on upstairs where the Flores swung in was not really the best of ideas, because that just set them up for the easiest execute ever, but whatever.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Basement, not piano, with Mira. They have Mira and Castle on the board and haven't decided to bring either of them. Now, something I do like to actually ask a lot, or like wonder, is why don't teams be bringing the Mira or the Castle for the backside here, or extend out into this triple? It is a very good room to have on hold, because it disrupts anybody trying to walk into the long haul, or anybody trying to rotate over into the other short haul, but it's not always the best. But I would think that Mira would be more valuable than somebody such as the Mozzie. With that being said, Aflo will most likely be roaming with Mozzie because of just how good he is now. The fact that he has the Commando 9, an absolute beautiful gun if you can hit your headshots, body shots, and the fact that he has 4 pests now instead of 3 on his recent buff with a C4 in hand. Perfect roaming operator, makes the defenders second guess on what they're going to be doing, but it does going to be look like a server take, and you're only going to have 1 barrier to overcome, and that's the feed holes made by the Doc and the Doc himself in the server. You're going to see somebody with a shield, I think. Yeah, they have the Blitz on the board. All quiet on the western front right now. You have 1-2 roamers, and the other 3 are going to hold down the fort. Nobody seeming to be going over for the main breach. It's a commit main 5 down through server. Misdrones the guy in the corner. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad. You completely misdrone one of them in the corner. They completely leave it up. It could have been a world of hurt if they kept men driving through in the server rack and didn't drone the guy in the corner. That was 3 free kills, but Ace crossing gets hit once. Would have been much worse if that pre-fire did land onto the heads, but it will be an early engagement as Ace does decide to keep contesting the heads. And this round is finally going a little bit slower paced than last, and nobody on the flank yet, but they're just still dealing so much damage on anybody trying to cross by the door. This Blitz is being hit. His shock damage doesn't allow him to walk in through. And again, they are all in a world of hurt if they cannot capitalize on what is going on here. Blitz getting hit by the bullets, getting hit by the goo mines. He needs to take a gunfight, and the Legion is going to capitalize, but he's gonna blunder it, and he's gonna go down. What are you doing, Rupert? He goes down. David Speckham gets a frag as well. It's a 5v3, finally looking in the ways of MG Minions. 55 seconds left on the clock, and it's already looking better than that last round. Nobody got first picked yet, and the Blitz just walking through. David Speckham walks down that Maverick, and it's early engagements all in, and Blitz gonna get the second kill of the round, isolating the Mozzie all the way down in pillar. C4, no connection, and that's a flawless round coming in from Minions. That Legion, it's all about the individual mistakes. If you guys haven't realized already, it's always about what happens in the first engagement. We've seen Legion miss the melee, not be able to hit him because the Legion had the Blitz locked into an animation where his shield doesn't move, and he paid the dear price for that. He tried to shoot the feet, tried to shoot the head, chest, and nothing happened. Turned into a shell, and it worked out in the Blitz's favor, and that's a massive blunder on the end of Entropy, and they are going to be trying downstairs yet once again. Soft little roam again. I think this is the craziest loadout I think I've ever seen. The red dot B. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use it properly, but we're going to have Afla drone hunting to try to ruin the drone economy. Right now, we're seeing all of them up. So we did see last round how well placed we had drones. We had David Speckham's drone placed on top of that admin rack to watch down on anybody trying to walk down those stairs. So it was beautiful. Jackal does go wide to be able to watch for anybody trying to walk across and go for a prone spawn peek, but it's no bueno for the defenders. They're going to decide not to go any aggression at all. Deimos already walking in through full control of bathroom, but you still have a lot of barriers to deal with. You have the Mozzie sitting close on Grand Piano below you, and where is everybody else? You're going to have Betchy just soft roaming on the yellow stairs, playing if anybody walks down. Hatchie on Spiral, and Rise is going to be your flex roamer. The server push is not the idea this time, but the idea is you have to be able to find all of these roamers before they find you. And the first Jackal track gets 2 live pings onto Alpha. C4 from hell, if timed correctly, could have been a massive pick indeed, but no bueno, and gets popped instantly from the verticality. That's a beautiful shot, and first pick of the round does go towards MG Minions. They're finally looking a little bit more conformed now that it is their rounds on attack. They had 1 round to teach how to adapt, and they did indeed, getting the first pick for the 2nd round in a row. Spinolo in for a world of hurt. He had a kill here. Legion deciding to get aggressive too. What is happening? It's a 5v2 and the bodies are dropping everywhere. The jammer shot off the breach. Plenty of time, 1:20 for 2 people to go down. Seems like a heaven for the attackers. The hatch is open. The breach is open. They're circling. They're walking in through. You're getting Deimos tracked. He shuts you down with that pistol of his. 1 minute left on the clock, and it's just 1 man to find. It's Rise. A little bit of a whiff, and he pays for it again. Deimos on his double to give Minions the 2nd round in a row. That pistol really doesn't move, does it? It really doesn't move.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, those first 2 rounds weren't the best, but we did see Entropy capitalize and thrive when it was the upstairs round off the early engagement. So hopefully they can make it turn all over again. But again, we've seen Minions and how they build off of each other and how they adapt to people and how they push in. So hopefully this round is going to be one of those.
We're ready for company.
10 seconds left. Locate a bomb.
Early. What the hell? We're 20 seconds in, and Ash just took the face off of the main key player of this round, which will be Hatchie, your doc, the one that'll reset you in a world of hurt, and it will be early engagement. Deimos taking a shot or 2, going down to 50 HP. Might be able to get finished off, actually, and he does. Rise capitalizes off of him from bottom of the service stairs, but wow, what a shot. Can he get 2nd? Almost. And you know what would have been great for Rupert and Rise? A good old stim. Doesn't have that indeed, and you're going to have an early engagement in. What are you doing, Speckham? He goes down. 2 minutes left on the clock, and they're taking full control of admin. The question is there going to be a random frostmat here for somebody to eat? Nothing that I'm seeing so far, except for the one on the walk-in. Anybody goes wide here, they will unfortunately eat it. Does he see it on the drone? I don't think he does he? Burns the shield, no eyes, nothing about it, and does shoot the frostmat at the camera. They did see it, and that is for their own good, because that would have been hilarious if we seen somebody eat a frostmat that early into the round.
Covered the bomb diffuser.
Northy is closing down on Spiral like he did last time, but hopefully they conserve themselves because they're down a body. Nomad making herself known. Goyo pops up on her. That air dab, beautiful placement for anybody trying to rotate across, but peeking up is going to be an early engagement flash. No connection, it bounces back and deflects. No bueno on the flash, and Nomad is going to be in a position where she can try to capitalize. Betchy, it looks like this is their site as they capitalize. It's a 1v4. Nomad put in a situation where she's absolutely screwed if she can't win a singular gunfight, and she cannot win a singular gunfight indeed. It's Afla to end up the round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, again, that basement site. Now, if you've lost the site 2 times in a row... Oh, wait, what? No, they're doing... No, they are not. They are doing the archives. Wow. Electrical archives. These guys are psychopaths instead of going to piano. I don't think I've ever seen anybody have piano unlocked with Castle, Mira, and a full roam squad in the hand and decide to go for this site instead. The site's absolutely dreadful. It is so dreadful to look at. But I guess to each their own.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Afla running the UMP instead of the shotgun does seem like a funny little decision, considering that shotgun is only good in select situations.
Thing is in play.
You do have verticality. That's an easy C4 kill right now if he decides to go for it, but he'll decide to conserve for now. That C4 would actually take out anybody trying to get the breach and the person himself. One Rentero charge does pop the first castle. See how else it's gonna go. The main important thing is the Brava does not find these Maestro cameras because the denial will be insane if they cannot find it. Pulse, he has to be detected. There's no way he's not. Pulse has been found. They know exactly where he is, and hopefully he's not going to be put in a situation where he gets wallbanged, but it looks like it's literally going to be one of those situations as Brava makes herself a rotate, but it's castled off. That would have been very, very interesting to see a gunfight in a situation where you're on live pings. Early engagements. Pulse is now swinging. He's going to come fight, and he's not going to go down easily. We'll continue to use the heartbeat scanners, and the Deimos death mark has not been used yet. One earlier in the round, but 55 seconds. Brava is dead. Nothing you can do about that. Almost a double kill for Afla, but he does not land nothing. I do not know why he would swing with the man advantage, but it's all tied up now at 4-4. Flores down, low HP. Gridlock gets taken up by Hatchie. It is not looking great right now for the defenders and the attackers in general, but now it's starting to turn as Maestro lands a shot all the way deep in from Electrical. That's a very, very good shot. And Legion being put on the death mark, tries to back up, but gets taken out eventually by Northy. And 1v3 as Rupert hits the headshot onto David Speckham at the bottom of Spiral Stairs. Diffuser in a world of nowhere. Deimos get caught trying to walk in through Visa door and get shot out from the vert. It's over, and that is the 2-3 split. One more final round before we do the attacker defender switches. Now, what did I say, ladies and gentlemen? It's almost like the best caster in the world. You got... That's a joke, obviously, for anybody watching that, but... It's almost like I said if they went Grand, they would bring the Mira. She just brings so much value when she survives the ban phase because you could just slap her on this wall. You can slap her on any wall, really, and make her valuable. Wamai is going to be throwing all of his Wamai discs through variable areas in console, spiral, and the offices just to make sure this Mira does not get burned because for as long as this Mira is up, verticality is not an option unless this Mira or this mirror is dead or blown up. It's simple. There's nothing to reiterate that. You go down if you have this Mira up. Cannot do anything around it. Something I have been surprised to not see, though, a ram has not been brought a single time on the board. We're 30 seconds into the round. All they're doing now is clearing admin, which gives us a little bit of time to talk about what they're really trying to do here. They have not brought a ram for verticality. Not if it was a basement site, which they managed to win twice in a row, so kudos to them. But they started to struggle when it's heavy utility rounds. But 2 Goyos being popped within 40 seconds is beautiful for the late round pushes. Goyo's now going to be fixated on Spyro alongside with the Mira sitting on consoles, with the support of the Doc and the Wamai soft roaming around them. Betchy being the only person near site allowing anybody to run in. The first mirror has already been popped, and I'm pretty sure the second one just got popped upstairs, if I heard that correctly. What was that? Glass being popped around the map. Various areas. Could have been the mirror. Probably the one downstairs, but Rise very low, but gets sewed up by the Doc like nothing happened. Back to full HP and has the idea to be able to go for gunfights. Northy fragged himself. Hatchie is just the vacuum Doc for Rise. All he's there for is stems. One is going to be playing on the top of Spiral Skylight, but he fragged himself. The Gridlock's dead. I've never seen that before, but a minute 30 seconds left, and all they've managed to do is pop 3 Goyos and make no progress towards the console's office. Now we're seeing direct engagements onto the Mira because they know they need to clear it, and both Ash charges. Your only last hope of getting those Miras popped is now gone. No shock drones coming in, but the last one will be an ace, actually. The ace does manage to connect with Mira. Having this bulletproof area makes it perfect to be able to just shoot the charges off. It's invisible. It's bugged. Wow. Interlude has killed Rupert, trying to go back to site, leaving a backside push completely vulnerable. Nobody's aiming at him. It's an easy push-up. Spin YOLO goes down. Twitch just needs to know where to look, and it's easy kills on the board. Takes one out. It's a 2v3. Doc needs to turn around. That's how you play the game. It's a 2v2. Apla taking heavy amounts of damage. And is it the Twitch again? Who else needs to ace to win? Betchy, the person that was only in sight by himself, is now going to be the one they look up to win the round. Drops in for the gunfight, but cannot win it. Betchy, Betchy, Betchy. Who else but Betchy to win the round? Interlude really had it there. The quad kill almost gave his team the hope they had to make it 3-3 before we switched over. WMG was on the sub. MG minions, they're starting to struggle. Muzza, you might need to give them a little bit of a prep talk before we go in. It's not looking too great for them, but that is the 6th round confirmed, and we move on to the attacker-defender switches, where we see MG minions on the defender side. What a round. That was beautiful. W sub in the chat. They decide to go upstairs. They do not bring an electrifier for this outside wall. It doesn't seem like a valued contribution. They just bring the mute jammers instead to be able to contribute and keep that wall closed for as long as they possibly can. There's no EMPs on the board, but Ash could just go in below, hit it with the charge, and it would be nice and over. So it's all about how they want to play it out. I think it's all dependent on who gets the first pick, because it's been usually the team that gets the first pick that wins the round, no matter how close it is in the final round. So let's see if that prophecy stays fulfilled throughout this round. Rise is the first to get the kill with a shotgun. Please don't tell me he's using a shotgun on Deimos. Where the hell? Oh, god damn it. Stupid static glitch. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. So how are you supposed to evade this exactly? Oh, you just gotta love Rainbow Six Siege. Spam, 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 spam. We back? We're back. Okay. He just shotgunned him in the face. And now he's gonna have the verticality. Guessing right now, looking to get a nice little verticality kill, but nothing there as Azami is going to try to contest the Deimos. The frag's gonna fall back down. Okay. Deimos having a little bit of a hard time figuring out how physics works, but a minute 44 left on the clock, and they have not scratched admin yet, but they are going to be walking up the stairs. Betchy will be the main one for the contests. Rupert, this is how you play Blitz. You just get in there, use your flash, keep that shield up to your face until they're full blind, and that's a free kill. 2v5 on the engagements. Malusi has been targeted by Deimos. They're both coupled up in consoles and meeting. Backs up to the B chassis. Fenner sitting close on the metal in force, and you have the Flores creeping up yellow without a care in the world, because all you have to worry about is that Banshee sitting close left, but root. Damn. David Speckham headshot onto Rise directly, and a rotate for the Blitz has been made. They're all bunched up here. It's not the best of situations to be in. You're both trapped now in the B site. Perfect on how to use a certain operator, and Hatchie gets the double kill, narrowly saving the Blitz from death, but that's how you play the game off teamwork. It's 2-5 for Entropy. It looks like the fate of this map has been sealed, unless we can see the greatest turnaround of all time.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Vulcan set up and ready to blow. Tread my champion. Activate shell. Deploying explosive ordnance.
I think this level of competitiveness is crazy, but I think right now, accommodation to both teams is something we need to work on. I think it's congratulations in order, of course, for Entropy, as they're just making this map theirs. They're just learning how to do it, when to do it, how to do it, and they execute it on the time exactly. But I do think that we saw a little bit of glimpse of hope from Minions. They saw that that basement site wasn't the strongest suit, and they just kept pummeling the defender-sided Entropy when they went downstairs. So it was beautiful on the side of Minions when they learned that basement was the weakness of Entropy, but then Entropy adapted to that weakness and just started going other sides. They went that split site, the Archives electrical site, which is absolute insanity, and managed to just capitalize and win. Right now, we're gonna see upstairs yet once again. It's the site that nobody really wants to lose just because of how good and well structured it is. You can have so many people off site as long as they're soft roaming, and it's free kills. So zombie sitting in admin can deny the hop, and having somebody sitting on top yellow denies anybody trying to go in through bathroom on the hop before anybody going for the stairs. But the first engagement is a run out from the breach. Why in the hell is that not reinforced? And now it will be, because you've killed Hatchie, the only hard breacher on the board. No can openers in the hands of the attackers, meaning this wall's closed for the rest of the round.
Covered the bomb diffuser.
It's all quiet on the western front until the Deimos and the Azami get into this gunfight. They're slowly peeking each other. They know exactly where each other are. Like, there's just a suspicion common. There's no direct pigs on them, but they know exactly where the general location of somebody would be. But we're gonna see Rupert, a very good blitz player, I may add, just fly in, and he's already covering so much ground. Why has nobody adjusted to this? There's somebody to your left. Malusi, why didn't you capitalize? Malusi, what are you doing? Where are your teammates, Blitz? What is going on? And Rupert goes down eventually. Wow, that could have been very bad for the defenders indeed, but they're completely unaware that there's a guy in the split waiting for them to walk in. If Malusi wraps around, that's a pain. Deimos just needs to clear the guy sitting close. Not in bathroom yet. Flores wins that one. It's going to be a second person just rotating into his position. Malusi shreds the Deimos down. Shotgun one does land a shot. Double kill right now. Perfect link up between Afla and Rise. One of them goes down. The Deimos lives to see another day, but at 5 HP at that. One frag to clear the guy in the corner, but no eyes to find him. It's an easy if you can just bounce a frag off. And you do that indeed, but you throw it through the door and it does not connect. North is at the same amount of HP as this mute, so it could be a very good engagement. It just depends on who decides to swing and when to swing. Creeping around the corner, you need to learn when to peek up. And wait, are you gonna make yourself a rotate? Shotgun v shotgun. May the lowest HP win, and it's North to give that little lifeline to minions. It went great until that run out. That run out is insane knowledge to its max. They know when to swing. They know what to do and when to do it. And it was beautiful on their end because you've seen how well the map knowledge is if you just bait the reinforcement. If you spawn in from parking lot, that wall looks reinforced all the time. From afar, from a close, unless you have to get all up and close and personal to get a breach charge down, and that was not a priority for Entropy, and they paid the price for not checking that. The run out was beautiful. You have to give credit where credit is due. First pick onto the hard breacher is like finding a gold scar in Fortnite. No, I'm not going to sing the meme out loud, but that was a beautiful first round, and we're going to see downstairs the site that nobody has won yet as the first time for MG Minions, I may believe, but we see the Mira. Hopefully, this is going to be a better hold than Entropy. This is the only site they struggled with. Let's see if it's going to be a struggle in general or it was just the team itself.
5 seconds. Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Guys do enjoy content such as casting. I cast like literally every single league you could think of, so sure to drop a follow. I do console mainly on here. I don't really do PC on this, but make sure to drop a follow. Love all and every single one of you guys. While we wait for the first engagement to go through, we have Svignolo on the 3rd floor, and I don't even think they know he's up there. Thermite is going to be exothermic charging this backside wall. It looks like it's just going to be a server push, but Thermite's going to be just relaxed. All quiet right now on the western front. There's just nothing to talk about here. They're all just looking for the early engagements. Now, this is something to talk about. There's no Ash or Twitch on the board. What are you doing in this server Mira? That is literally the Bermuda Triangle where operators go missing because of the mirror and the no bueno of... There's nothing there to help. There's an ADS there to even back it up. I don't know what there would be to pop that Mira, but it is nothing that can help. The verticality also not an option with the Legion upstairs alongside with the Vigil. Wow. The defenders have a beautiful position here. All they gotta do is just relax, relax, relax. Not really great on the display of finding the site, but something in their lifeline is finding the first pick. Hachi takes out Interlude alongside with the Goose. He would have regenerated, but Speckham's there on the response. He gets one. Could he get the second? Lion tucked in with a DMR, I might add, meaning that gunfight is at a disadvantage for him unless he manages to get a singular shot off onto the guy holding the pixel onto his head. A drone needs to get sent in. Something needs to happen. Pop the hatch. Buck, you have can openers. Get to work, Val. But Svignolo does go down. What are you doing up there? Just relaxing in a pool of attackers? First can opener gets put down with 2 minutes 30 seconds burned off the clock, which is a little crazy. First Mira finally popped. Can he get the second one? Not a single defender has dared use a C4 on the floor yet, which, I mean, considering there's 2 of them on the floor, could have been beautiful. That Mira popping means you can't play that server without standing up. Rise punishes Speckham playing the pillar like he did earlier. The hash drop goes through, downs the person. It's a 2v3. It's absolute mayhem. It's a 1v4. Trapped all the way deep in kitchen. Could have been the second casualty. And he gets shot in the face by that pistol. Glock 5 to the face. He puts that Gen 2 to his chrome, a dome. And it's 3-6 on match point for Entropy. I like that rotate over. I liked how they used the can opener later to pop the Mira. But I just don't know why none of the defenders decided to use a C4. There's 3 of them on the board before one of them went down. With that being said, that's all past. We move on to the match point, round 9. I highly doubt we're going to go into double digits this game because that round looked physically impossible for Entropy to win. There was no Ash and no Twitch. The Mira was up the whole round and they managed to work around it, which kudos to them. But I think the 5-minute break to get in between maps for MG Minions is something they need to ponder on how to be able to work around the way they be playing together, because it hasn't been looking the best so far. 3 ADSs now contributed to getting this Mira all safe and diddly, but we're going to have the same basement site, hopefully a better hold. Spin YOLO needs to be more effective on the roam upstairs, especially when he has a roaming partner. Maybe just waste the time and not really essentially go for the picks.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
We're seeing 3 roamers? What the hell? Only 2 bodies. No, 1 body. Oh, no, okay, no. 2 bodies inside. Sorry. I was gonna say. 1 whole body committed to site. Server, I may add, though, is not an area you want to have nobody watching. And as you can see, it's just the Borderlands over here. Only no one. No feed holes, nothing. A minute burned off the clock, and I don't think the attackers have found a singular roamer except for the Jaeger sitting at the top of yellow stairs. Ash has been brought, but they have to realize that there's going to be Jaeger ADSs waiting for them. I don't think a drone has even located that either. That's a free kill. That's a free. Oh, that was beautiful map knowledge there. That was almost Bandit going down. And C4, is it going to be contributed to use? And it doesn't connect. Wow, what a waste. C4, unfortunately, does not help them out. And he will literally use his last breach to blow it up and make sure it's walkable. Gets the top part. That full breach is now. It's standing walk as well. Bandit goes up on his pixel. Falls down to find a drone. Might swing into the crosshairs of the Nomad here. 54 seconds left, and Mira almost finding death there as she manages to hollowly escape that. 47 seconds left, and I think they know there's a Jaeger sitting close. I don't think he bounced it off. He doesn't know. Spin YOLO is going to be a problem here, so it's either you need to find your bodies fast, which they do, or you need to get to work. Northy will be the replacement for the Mira. Goes right onto it like nothing happened. 2 and 7, Kevin, indeed. And it's a 4v4 as Northy does contribute. Sitting on close. He's managing to try. He's trying. He's swinging. He gets refragged, but it's a double kill for him. Ace narrowly missing the shots. 1v2. Atla closes down. 14 seconds left. You need to swing in. And Legion with this shotgun is going to make it an absolute pain in the ass to have to deal with that up and close, and you'll win the gunfight. You're not doing anything against that shotgun. Narrowly escaping death. And by death, I mean a round loss, which would have meant the game. We move on to a double-digit round. I doubted it. I doubted we were going to move on to a round 10, but we do indeed.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
It's a beautiful day. We got Real Madrid losing 3-1 to Barcelona right now. We got Entropy winning. But for them, it's a best out of 3, which means they have plenty of time to bring it back and take it to a map 3. So congratulations will have to be put on hold until we go on to the next map, which will be Clubhouse, where anything can happen. It is a evened out map. It is indeed. But it's all about who can manage to capitalize on it first. We're going to see the upstairs site again, and we're going to see the classic rotate made for Spignolo, the man who ran out and gave MG Minions that full hope, the advantage to be able to run out and kill that heart breacher. If they do it again, it's going to be beautiful.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Reloading. Holy done.
He's not even going to deny anymore. He just wants to go for a run out. Staying on this BP, trying to ensure nobody walks in through, but Afla punishes him off the skylight. What the hell was Fenrir doing? Fenrir going down and around where he was so desperately needed. Not the best of games for Spectrum. He had one of those Starboy rounds where he was doing absolutely beautiful. Everything completely right, where he got that triple kill, but now, not the best for him. Run out double kill from Interlude. Do you guys not believe in Claymores? That's the second time you've had 2 crucial players for your roster get picked out off a run out. Come on, it has to be better than that. Wow. Wow, indeed. That was atrocious and beautiful for Interlude. That's the lifeline they needed. You're gonna take one of us out. We're gonna take 2. An eye for 2 eyes. And that was beautiful. There's nothing you can complain about there. Rise makes it a 3v3, evens it all out on the Western Front. We're all playing time here. Nothing to talk about here as we managed to boil down to the last 55 seconds. Now, not looking the best right now. They're going to have a world of trouble. It's all about who can execute and who can execute faster. Now, the only upside right now that the defense has is the fact that many of their Goyos are still up and they have C4. That C4 is going to be playing a magical role close. Mute is caught off guard, playing close. He has a jammer to help him, but you need to use frags. You need to use something, because if he swings out with that shotgun, it's going to be close death for you. Ace walks one down and needs to rotate over. Ace, you have the flank. One-shotty shell. Can you land the second? No, he can. It's over. Wow, if that shotgun only did a little bit more damage, it would have been beautiful as a comeback in a 1v1, but sadly, Northy can't do it, and that is 4-7 in the hands of Entropy. They take the first map home, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. What a game indeed is something I think we should all say and give them that credit that is needed indeed. Now, we do move up onto Consulate as our next map, but we will be back after a 5-minute break. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in a second. We're back. We're back. I don't know why my face is still here. Get that shit out of the face. But we do move on to Clubhouse as our next map, ladies and gentlemen. It should be a great, great game indeed. We're going to see Rupert is on Ubisoft Connect. That's a little odd, but whatever happens is it's going to be a little odd. But we see Entropy going to attack Clubhouse first. We should be in for a good game. I think so, at least. They gave us a good game last round. They gave us our money's worth. So hopefully this should be a better game. Damn, that's that follow goal achieved. 750. I don't know what I would do without you guys. So, the first bans being Blitz and Ying. Both being absolutely fucking atrocious. I hate both of the operators. I'm not supposed to swear, but I think this should be one of those cases where it's an exception because both of these operators, if you main them, you're a twat. And Blitz getting banned is a direct target onto their own team because Rupert was the best Blitz I saw that series. He managed to get in the building, he managed to aim that gun down and walk anybody down that decided to take that gunfight. Mira taking the common ban for that gym, bedroom, basement site. It's a common ban alongside with the Kaid, meaning you cannot trick the hatches any longer. It's going to be a little bit painful for whoever has defense first, but gym, bedroom being your first site, you still have some grace left in your pocket if you can hold it properly.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Laying out the welcome mat.
Frost being brought usually is here to avoid that element of surprise when somebody just randomly hops in a window and takes you out from your backside. But Castle being brought, I see a lot of teams not prioritizing Castle the way he should be. He's a very underutilized operator on this map specifically. Grim being brought though, he's going to be a pain to deal with. The Mute might be able to temporarily halt the advances from the Grim, but I don't think for long as he manages to get into all of those crevices. They can bounce, they can roll, they can do anything. And by being able to do that, you can avoid narrowly only 4 measly jammers. Enforcing the double, no feed holes to drag across to watch the plant. This is either going to work beautifully in their favor or absolutely horrible. Hopefully it is the former. Can opener does get used on the logistics hatch and on construction. Indeed, Azami will be playing the 00 site on construction. No shield, top red. You just will have a body sitting in cash. Speckham will be the first pick. Is he going to be able to get finished? Where does he get injured from? Buck gets it from the vert. Passionate. The breach right now getting opened out by the ace. One side will get opened. It will tag. Will he be able to get that one in time? No, he can't. Left side of the breach does get open. Bandit narrowly escapes death, but one Selma charge is left in the pocket, and it will be a fully walkable breach.
Attackers have located a bomb.
One side of the breach getting open is not the best of ideas or best of scenarios in this case, but the upside down repel might be able to actually get a couple of kills or two, but that shield is going to be a complete pain to deal with later in the round if they don't have anything to burn it. They have the ash. Hopefully she can make use of it. Rupert's in. When did he get in? Spiniolo gets the first pick, but does it really matter? Speckham's at 20 HP, and he's just wedged in between the hallway and the cam hasn't been activated yet. Nobody is aware that he is fully in. Ace walks one down. He find the second? He beams another one down, but goes down eventually. Why are your teammates not with you? They do help you. Betchy walks in, walks one down. Can you find the bandit who swings over? You pre-fire him down to 30 HP. It's 46 seconds left, and they're wedged in between. C4 tossed in from hell. He's LeBron, but there's no health. Taken off by the Ash. Goes from 100 to 99 HP. Not even significant enough to matter. Wow, that was a beautiful play.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Effectively gets rid of Mute C4. Bandit doesn't have a C4 any longer. And now all they have to do is just pressure in from Jim because of how easy it is to get in through this site. Ash walks through, gets put in the ground fast as hell, but that's just gonna use the shield against them. That's teamwork. That is teamwork. The first round goes into the favor of Minions. They one-hitted the frost bat. Oh, that's beautiful. They pinched that Thatcher perfectly without even knowing he was there until he started shooting his gun. That is the perfect efforts and displays of teamwork, and that gives them the first round. If we see more of that, we're gonna see them win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Ladies and gentlemen, you think this is gonna go to a map 3? A map 3 could be very possible with the way they do be playing. They know how to play, when to play, and how to execute. I think that was probably one of the best gym pinches I've seen when the attackers have covered more space into the bedroom. So it's all dependent on how they can manage to adapt to how each other play. Now, instead of a Maestro here, I do usually see the castle being used for that barricade on the bottom of the oil rigs, but now it seems to be they're just gonna throw a Goyo Vulcan onto it and just hope for the best. We're going to see a very early engagement. How do you even die this fast into the round? Did he try to spawn peek, get the hatch? What just happened? He was running away from Leauge. This is why you get your hatches. First things first, ladies and gentlemen. You have to get your priorities straight, especially in a map where it is so dependent on you playing your time and wasting it. It's all so important, and that importance apparently meant nothing for the other team as they managed to lose their first body. The defenders are down. It is a 5v4, and it's also the smoke. He loses 3 toxic babes, and Interlude, the other British operator with a shotgun, decides to go for a flank, but this time might get more lucky and does indeed. Takes out Hachi, and the Nomad loses her first life. She goes 0-2 Lou, as the console players like to say, and in turn loses 3 of the air jabs as well. Just as effective as the smoke. Maybe not in the late round pushes, but it's beautiful for those late round watches, and she will be no longer with us for the rest of this round. Going to have the LMG from the Maestro. You got to conserve your bullets when you have 80 of them, and they take a hell of a lot of time to reload. Hopefully, it's going to look a little bit better here, as there's a minute 30 seconds burned and a minute 30 seconds left. And they do have that Monty alongside with the Habana. It doesn't look like they're going to go for a push onto the Moto Hash, but the C4 connects and lands with the Habana. The Maestro is just still relaxed in dirt, and the Monty takes a substantial, my fault, amount of damage and goes down to around 20 HP, 55 seconds left, and he has to consider, he needs to weigh the benefits with the disadvantages, and it turns out the disadvantages were worse. It's evened out by a double kill by Afla, and is not looking the best. 44 seconds left, wins the gunfight. Afla on 3. What was looking like a blowout for the defenders has turned completely. Let the Maestro LMG rip, but Afla is on the quad. Holy shit, what a round. That was absolutely beautiful. we move on to our next round, where we are going to be seeing downstairs at that site again. And guess what? That is something that is going to be needed so desperately, because that round was beautiful. You had such a good advantage and you completely tossed it out a window. Hopefully you can bring it back, because if you can't, you're just gonna keep getting punished by a team that knows what they're doing 24/7, and they go by the name of Entropy.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Razor wire in place.
We move on. It's the same exact setup this time. Hopefully we don't see very stupid first picks, but Clash is going to be the only operator that is going to be differentiated. It's going to be the Clash instead of a Maestro for last round. I hope it's going to be a better execute, but she is actually detected. The element of surprise is no longer there. Can she do that? Because she's looking like she's considering it. The drones are going to fly in. It will be North playing the Clash, and Habana is going to start opening up the hatches preemptively. No tomorrow, no Kai, nothing can help you now as the hatches get opened up with no problems at all.
Changing mag. Trap deployed.
Proceed slowly.
Nomad this time staying alive for much, much longer than the last. And that's a thank God moment for the attackers. And same with the smoke. He's also longer alive, because that was very, very bad on the first time around. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of a cooler setup. Spin YOLO is going to be in a very fast engagement with the Monty. You're going to have the Nomad clamping around you as well. You walk into the Habana's bullets as well, and you go down. It's over. It was seen so beautifully. That's a beautiful execute to take out the only roamer right now. They're all going around the site. They have all the hatches open. It's all so well right now for the attackers. 5v4, man. It's nothing more you could ask for. It's about to be another gunfight on Tomoto. Chopper reinforcing the church wall. That's a little passionate. I don't know why. For some reason, it's triple reinforced. Monty's gonna start taking damage from the Clash, but he has the companions. One's already in sight. The Nomad's going for a gunfight and gets refragged by North. He knows when to pull out the gun, and he gets it indeed. It's 25 seconds on the clock, but guess what? 25 seconds means your head's off your body. It's a 2v4. Afla's in sight. The guy's a fragger. All he does is hit headshots. Afla again with a double kill. And it's 15 seconds left. Malusi's left at 10 HP. Left in a world of hurt, and she's left where she's gonna be swinging at everybody, but can't even win the first gunfight and goes down, giving Entropy the first round in the double. It was looking good for MG Minions on the first 2 rounds, but they did go down eventually, and it does not play in their advantages, and they've lost 2 rounds in a row now, and they have to manage to respond, and they get that bedroom gym unlocked due to the rotation objective parameters. Hopefully they can capitalize, because this is not the best of situations for them.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Deploying welcome.
I do think the way they set up Gym Bedroom is going to set them up for either failure or success. The way they prep this site is way better in terms of operators, map flexibility, and utility use.
5 seconds to insertion.
We could see them just sit around and go for gunfights, but what's the point in that when they go for drone hunting, they get the shields set up, and they manage to waste the time of the attackers. And even when the attackers get aggressive, they manage to hop on and prance on the aggression needed. We're gonna see the Frost soft roaming as well. Literally nobody is going to be off-site. We're gonna see the soft room. CC counts as a soft room, not really a full room, because you're a room connected away, and that will be construction, which is basically considered a part of site at this point. The first exothermic charge will be used on that CC breach. I don't think there's going to be anything to deny it. No jammers and no bandit charges, and that wall gets open very fast, I might add. You're going to have the Frost that was playing red earlier is going to completely leave it alone, because this is a team that doesn't actually play the Warden Shield, surprisingly. First Rotero charge of the round does fly in to get both of the Arunis, or the Azamis, I apologize. Both Keeper barriers get blown up, is not protected fully by the mute jammers. A minute 30 seconds left on the clock, and they are going to go through. That's a good amount of progress right now, even if there's no first pick so far. A minute 20 seconds, you've managed to make a rotate into logistics. You burn the Keeper barriers off of construction. You managed to do more than anybody else can manage to do in this amount of time. So it's looking beautiful for you on your end. The question is, can you burn all of the Azami barriers? And the Floras will actually prioritize the Keeper barrier that protects somebody other than the shield and bathroom. And it's the first pick for Rupert. You have Thermite walking in the site. One gets frost matted. Rise inside 1, 2. Can he find the third? No, because Rupert can for him. It's a double kill, and it looks like the only site they could have won is not winning. Too well, it's over. The absolute storm from Con Logistics and Highway was absolutely beautiful, and this has gone wrong. It's 3-1, and it looks like Entropy has managed to grab the lead and start running away with it. These guys, they know what they're doing. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is why I love finals. Nice. I got a hamster dancing in my ears, ladies and gentlemen. Should I put that up for you guys?
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
I don't even think I can if I wanted to. Gym and bedroom once again. They have 2 more tries to get 2 wins to tie it all up, but if it gets to a 4-1, it's going to be bad. Very, very bad. They're sticking to the same exact lineup, and it seems to, as Entropy has just completely adapted to how they hold gym bedroom, even if it is a little different. First breach again gets used on the CC. I think they're allergic to contributing some type of wall deny because of how easily it's added right now. Interlude takes a couple of damage off of the rappel, looking to take that gunfight. He doesn't seem to want to go down soon, but I mean, it's all about how you can work it out. But so far, they're just wasting time. They're wasting time, and it seems to that everybody is going to stay committed to keeping this lockdown, which is a little bit different than the last time where Frost just gave it up and ran away, but it's not working so far as Rupert has taken out 2 of the 3 people in CC and in Cash, but he hasn't checked the corner. That's going to be a problem. You haven't checked the corner, and Interlude gets 1. Shay gets the second. It's a 3v2 as that attack from that side is completely foiled, and Mute is not going to be worried for crossing over. He's watching the logistics drop and gets finished off by the castle, finishes off the problem from the Mute. Castle's getting close on the gym reinforcement. Seems like Afla will be playing close. It finally seems to has been. Wow, what a shot. quick swing by Interlude capitalizes and gives them that round. It's over. We move on to the next round. It seems that both teams are responding to each other, and that's the most important thing in a situation like this, because it's all about how you can manage to adapt to the other team. Now we have one last round, and it's all about who can win it. Can Entropy double their differential, or can Minions finally tie it up and give Entropy a run for their money? Now this basement site has not been the best of positions for them, and hopefully they can manage to make it their map and finally adapt to the way Entropy plays, because it always adapts, it always changes, and hopefully they can manage to even it all up and give us a better map.
Floor reinforcement complete. Fortifying wall!
I'm gonna find out how to full screen this thing.
5 seconds to insertion.
Floor reinforced.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And I've lost all my audio. Nice. Technical difficulties, chat. Give me 1 second.
Watch out! Breaching!
Oh. I hope that didn't get all scuffed on your end. It did on mine for some reason. I don't know why my preview scaler is acting like this, but I should be able to have this up nice and soon. Clash. They're trying to kill the Clash, and it's actually almost gonna work. We almost seen her go down nice and early, which would have been hilarious. They're just walking her down. It doesn't even matter. They've taken a good amount of damage off of this Clash, meaning she's not going to be as effective as she will be later in the round. Her ability will be the exact same, but the amount of health she has is going to limit the amount of risks she can take. Having Hibana opening up these hatches is also very crucially important to getting things done. Going to have the Brava completely committed to dirt alongside with formerly the Nomad, which one has now parted ways and went up to help them with the kitchen clear. You have no roamers with all 5 bodies or insight, which is probably for the better, considering how fast Entropy can pinpoint a roamer, find them, kill them, clear them, and then start working their way onto site. Trying to be able to find the camera, is able to indeed. A little bit vulnerable, but no risk, no bueno, no reward. But he gets the risk, he gets the reward, and it's a crucial amount of utility being turned off. Leauge, now still forcing the Brava off, but knowing she's there, drives a wedge in between anybody trying to cross in between the chassis, allowing anybody to just walk in through. Rise getting a little bit more aggressive than usual, but the first flash actually connects with the Clash, and it's a double kill, and it's Afla and Hachi getting themselves on the board. Betchy's in sight for a double kill. He does it all by himself, and what just happened? 5 bodies dropped in 25 seconds in total. That might have been the quickest round I've ever seen in my life. What just happened? What turned from a 5v5 to a 3v5 to a 2v5 to a 1v5? They doubled their differential and they move on to defense, which is exactly what you want when you're on Clubhouse. Have a good differential, have a good amount of rounds, and go into defense second. It's just beautiful. And they have that upper hand, which means we might see the series end a little bit earlier than anticipated. They decide to go the first floor, or the basement, whatever you would like to consider it. They like to go the basement church as their round. Now, this is going to be a very interesting round, because I actually haven't seen Entropy defend Clubhouse yet. The Germans have just taken the lead, and they just keep running away with it. taking a little bit more of a holistic approach, leaving the Clash completely out of the roster. They don't believe in her, but they will bring that Valk for those C4s. They have the Brava and the IQ teamed up together, which means they can either take the Brava cam, get it onto the Valkyrie cameras, and make them their own, or they can manage to just, you know, blow them up with the IQs and call it another day. Rise is going to be roaming. Might be able to actually catch the buck here on the highway windows if he backs up a little bit. Narrowly escaping death. If he punched out one of those windows, he would have been gone, baby. 2 minutes, and I don't think they know that Rise is here. Rise finally being located by that Monty, and now you're going to have Rise doubling up with the Mozzie, and Buck taking preemptive damage from Red Stairs. Hachi's come up as well. What is going on? It's just gunfights everywhere. Bravo, you didn't check your corner. You didn't check your corner, but you managed to narrowly escape it because the Valkyrie gets knocked down by the Buck. Double kill, triple kill. Wow, it's not going well at all. And Monty taking some damage, going down. What just happened? It just happened again. It was a 5v5. I blinked my eye. One body for the defenders goes down, and from there, it all just falls down. What's going on here? Minions have lost another round in quick, fast style. It's like you put the whole game in 2 times speed and said, let's just run with it. And you know what Entropy's running away with? The round differential. It's 2-5. They're just one shallow round away from making it match point.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They've gone gym bedroom. They're not even going to prioritize using a Mira, which is something I have seen. If you have a castle on the roster, you do genuinely decide to avoid the Mira. But the only thing I am going to be concerned or curious about, is a better word, is how are you going to hold red? Are you going to put a shield on it, or are you going to contribute it to on top of the bed now that you don't have an Azami?
10 seconds to insertion.
Setting up. Reload.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Magnets ready. Changing mag.
And it seems like we've gotten our answer for that. He has contributed. Oh, no, he baited. Nice. He will be contributing a shield to top red. And Blackbeard, who's managed to survive Man Faith, is going to fly Kool-Aid Man through the CC breach and going to make himself a known problem. I don't know why the CC breach has not been reinforced, but they did reinforce the cache walls, so I guess that's something that is better. First frag rolls around and burns the shield. This is just allowing the Blackbeard to play in a fashion of his own, but he gets picked off. Almost a double kill for the Legion. He has a stim from the Doc if the Doc decides to stop aiming in for a second, but it's Hatchy. Who's Hatchy if he's not aiming in? He gets 1, he gets 2. Can he find the 3rd as the 1 repels up to the roof? Sledge getting hit in the toes and goes down to 20 HP. Wow. It's absolutely horrible in the terms of minions. They had a clip here if they really wanted to go for it, but they sadly are paying the price for not taking slow. Brava just droning in, only just taking the utility she can. 1 clutch drone is now in sight, gets shot out preemptively. 1 minute 40 seconds left on the clock, and we've seen 3 bodies drop in less than a minute into the game. Nobody's decided to shoot the radio, so we're listening to some hippie music. Sledge goes down all the way on the roof, and Brava needs to get that res. Question is Hatchy holding it? We might see him hold it if Brava decides to stick her head out. Narrowly surviving death. Again, Sledge goes down. Is going to have more health than when he got shot off of Garage, but again, they're scared to take their gunfights right now, and I would be too if all I do is just get beamed from the windows, soft walls, hatches, garages, anything that moves. But under a minute left, and they have to kill 5 bodies with one of them below 20 HP. So not the most ideal. They still have frost mats. They still have castles to deal with. So I do think they have to get moving. They got to get moving fast. Hatchy R90 right now. might be able to go for this early engagement with the... Ooh! Clears him off of R90. Legion gets the refrag instantly, and it's now the Sledge at very low amounts of HP. He's just gonna walk in, take the gunfight off Garage, but if he takes one bullet, he's gonna go down, and one bullet is what he takes indeed. He goes down, and it will be Afla to close out the round, because who else than the double-digit Demon, the guy who dropped 14 kills last game and is now on 12 on match point. It's looking like it's gonna be the end, ladies. With gentle hands, of course. Seems like CC Cash is going to be the first time we're going to see this whole game, considering Minions avoided the site as much as they could.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Rupert, as I said, they didn't introduce Clash, but I guess they've decided to change their minds, but they've managed to do it. And now we see Clash on the board with a shield instead of the impacts. But apparently Clash has been like a star player today. We're going to be seeing maybe a post plant come into the fact, considering they have the Oaths of the Maverick. I wonder if this is going to be a con take, though, because you've had half of your attackers spawn in the wrong area, with your Maverick being the select opportunity to be able to get this breach, but he will be getting it by himself. Clash, outside of Garage, is completely detected. Claymore to worry about. I don't know if he sees it. First kill goes into the hands of Spinolo. I don't know how or where. Rise decides to try to go for a gunfight in secret and gets picked off very, very fast. It is the Solus to go down, which I haven't seen a Solus, to be fair, in the roster since her nerf, but that's okay. Clash is just she's trying to determine if the lasers are there, but they are. I don't think she can see them, though. It does seem like they are going to go for Con. Ace getting aggressive here. He's just walking in through. Watch your corners, man. It's basics 101 to clear the corners, and the Ace pays the price for not. Bravo walking in through, trying to take the gunfights onto Cash, but Betchy taking heavy amounts of damage. Clash rotating over. Bravo walks down top red, allowing post sight, but you do have Clash coming up with gun out, no shield. It's going to be a very interesting amount of gunfights that are going to boil down. One SMG and one Frost. Damn! The Clash takes the head off the Brava. They still have the man advantage. They need to hold on to it for as long as possible.